Nobody tells you before starting a company in Germany that a surprising amount of entrepreneurship is just hunting down tiny invoice PDFs. And this is especially painful in Germany, where you need to have a receipt for any expense or income you have. And yeah, a $9 charge here, a $1 API receipt there, and suddenly you're doing a whole lot of like digital archaeology, checking your mailbox, logging into websites, clicking through horrible menus like in AWS, and finding that one small receipt. So I actually built an AI agent with Hermes that checks Qonto, finds my missing attachments, verifies everything, and in the end sends me a report. So I don't have to waste my time chasing $1 receipts. And this is what I'll show you in this YouTube video. So first of all, I'll explain you guys how the automation works. Every morning at Monday 8 a.m., Hermes wakes up and starts a weekly Qonto receipt search. And just like I do manually as a human, I will start off by finding Qonto transactions that don't have any missing receipts. So if I go here into Qonto, already filtered to missing receipts, and these are pretty much all my bank transactions where we don't have any receipt attached. And as a human, normally I would go through, click here, and then attach. And the case I will demo later is Namecheap, where you can buy domains. And if you're like me and a real entrepreneur, you buy hundreds of domains that you never use. So this is quite often. And then I would, click here, attach the receipt, and then I'm good. My account is happy and I'm done. That I can show you here. So this is here. So here it is. This is kind of like my agent vault. And in this agent vault, there's like all the logins for certain sites, like for buying my groceries, some other things where I want him to log in. So it's still secure and he can't get access to all my other passwords in one password, but only these ones. And I don't have to hard code them into the skill or into the code base. So pretty much the agent then goes to the one account Trésor, retrieves the password, logs into the browser, and then with the skill I teach him for like Namecheap or something else, how to click, how to navigate so that the next time it's even faster. And then once all the candidate receipts are there, there's kind of like a matching algorithm, which is basically matching the vendor approximately by amount and date. And if this kind of matches, because we also have a lot of like Euro USD conversion things, then I'm using attach it. Then I'm using the MCP of Qonto. So actually Qonto has an MCP, or I created my own CLI. I actually don't remember. We'll check back in a second how it actually works. Attaches the PDF to the Qonto transaction, and then it verifies it, and then sends it back to me as a Telegram message. This is pretty much the whole automation. Let's jump into the demo and showcase kind of like how I will develop the skill that allows me to find this missing Namecheap receipt automatically using the Hermes agent. And the most important concept is, the first idea is like, how do we connect to Qonto in general? And my recommendation is always use an API or an MCP if it's possible, because it's just a lot simpler for the agent. And luckily when I checked, actually Qonto does have a MCP already developed, so this is amazing. If your bank doesn't have it, then yeah, obviously it makes more sense to maybe go via agent browser. But I think another important thing is also just be sure about the destructive actions that can be taken. Actually, for a lot of European banks, which is quite cool. For example, with this MCP and API surface, which I explicitly checked before, it's impossible to transfer money. So even if some bad player comes and asks my agent to transfer all the money away, he will not do it, because simply there's no API method to do it. And that's what I would also recommend for you to check. So if I would, for example, allow my agent to log into a bank via agent browser, I would want to make sure, for example, that I would need to have a phone. I think mostly in Europe, it's you get a pop-up on your phone, you have to confirm, just to make sure, that nothing bad happens. This is really, really important. Let's get started and ask him, hey, use the Qonto FO Ventures MCP to find the latest pending Namecheap transaction. I bought a new domain yesterday and I think we don't have a receipt yet. Let's see what the agent does. And yeah, kind of like how I always start my workflow is kind of like just like training an internal coworker, go step by step through it. And then once it's done, I will create a skill to package it up and make it more easy, reusable for the agent. So, and what's also, by the way, pretty cool is compared to OpenClaw, I don't know if they changed it or if I did have the setting, but what I love about Hermes is that here actually I can kind of like see what the agent is actually doing, what he's calling. I mean, I don't see all of the exact calls like with all the things, but I kind of get like a high level idea. And then the cool thing is, right, if I ever wanted to stop, I can just do the stop and stop the agent if he's going like in a wrong direction. So let's see. I think it should be, let's check, it was like around, almost $7. Let's go back, jump here and see if he found the transaction. I also had it one time that he was scanning all the transactions, so hopefully he's smart enough to use the right filters and find the missing transaction. And yeah, perfect. So here we found it, receipts missing, and this is perfect. And next, what I already prepared for agent browser, can you check? I created a Namecheap login skill. Use agent browser and check if we are already logged into Namecheap. Otherwise, please log in. And now, he's searching for files. With Namecheap, he's also searching for agent browser. Skills list productivity. He's checking what we have. And actually, I don't know, was it that I created a login already? Might have been not. Well, we'll see in a second. So now it's interesting he's using agent browser. So let's switch over and see here if something is happening. Yes, and perfect. We can see he's now moving over to Namecheap and hopefully, being smart enough. You can already see he's going to billing orders, which is perfect where we want to go. But yeah, now he needs to figure out how to log in. And kind of like I said, I have my 1Password vault where I move certain items in that I want the agent to have access to. And now he's hopefully, using that to putting that in. And now he tried to enter something, which, as you can see, didn't work just yet. And I see him now taking actually a snapshot of the browser. And seems like now he was able to get it, to enter it. And now it's actually an interesting challenge. Something I haven't really thought about before. Apparently there's like for a new browser, there's like a challenge. And now let's see if he's actually smart enough to get the code from my email, since he also has access to my email. And successful, he managed to log in, and now we're logged in, and let's see if he's also able to actually get the PDF one. So we got a notification back and say, current logged in, orders page, did it. I only found existing notes, another Qonto, okay. So let's actually save the whole Namecheap login flow so that next time it's a bit faster. And this is now how we can save a lot more time. And now we can see it's actually really cool. He's checking out how to author his own skills. And he also successfully used 1Password, even email, device verification code, all of this. And actually one thing now that I'm thinking about it is, did we actually turn on fast mode? Wait for the current, okay, first I need him to stop, so let's wait. But this could actually also speed up things, which makes sense. So now we can see skill view, Namecheap, okay. Checking now, already logged in, logging in, perfect. Hidden duplicate login fields, okay, nice. So now let's actually switch to fast mode if we're not there yet. Current mode is normal, so we're already fast mode, which felt slow, but oh well. Current model, normal. I need to do fast. Yes, now we're fast. Okay, awesome. So then go ahead and find the right receipt for the missing Qonto TX in and upload it to, and no, maybe not upload it, and attach it to Qonto via MCP. So this is kind of now the final step. that we need to do for Namecheap. And like I said before, they actually don't, they don't send it to you via email. So this is why we have to go this longer, slightly more complicated. Starting to use execute code. So yeah, most likely he's here now in the browser checking. The domain I bought was for my girlfriend to help her with some automation for her business, and it's still executing and apparently already did it. Let's see. I hardly believed that this was the right one, but I might be damned. And it was the right one. Okay, it was the right one. I don't know how he did it, but he apparently just used some magic JavaScript to get it. And yeah, now it's done. Always a nice surprise. Perfect. And now I say, perfect. Can we save this as a separate Namecheap, Namecheap skill, so that we know it's not like the email Qonto receipts skill. And I think also Hermes launched recently like a really cool skill. It was about a skill to manage and refine skills. I haven't really checked out this one more. Maybe I'll do a video about this in the upcoming weeks. But I think, yeah, that's also really cool. Like Hermes team is really amazingly shipping. Think about some really cool features and skills. And I think this skill is kind of like how to refine existing skills, declutter them, merge them, kind of, to keep up with the skill madness and make sure nothing gets too crazy. And yeah, I think now it will pretty much happen like before. He'll use the Hermes agent skill authoring again. And once, so you can see Namecheap Qonto skill is created. We can see now it should come from the logged in Namecheap page, match attach via Qonto MCP, verify with list. Also linked it to Namecheap login via agent browser for the login part. Okay, so now we're perfect. Another cool thing is I can ask it, okay, for my whole Qonto matching workflow receipt, is it also linked there, or do we need to do anything else? And yeah, this is just to verify one more time that the whole Rapid API, email ones, etc., like all properly configured and linked together. And it seems like, he's doing one more change to the email Qonto receipt. So this seems to be, like I explained earlier, kind of like the overarching skill. And then there's like some sub skills for certain parts. To list Namecheap as a or related skill, explicit Namecheap should be used. Okay, perfect. The text Namecheap Qonto receipts if needed, Namecheap login via agent browser. And this is exact the workflow that we wanted. And now the next time I have to do this, everything can run in the background by itself without any issues. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and especially the part I see a lot of YouTube tutorials talking about doing this kind of work, but leaving out the hard part, which is actually getting receipts from logged in sites. And now I gave you a perfect recipe with the agent browser, the browser sidecar, and 1Password to get all of this working. If you're interested more in learning or like understanding how this works in detail, I'm happy to welcome you to my new school community, or existing old one that I'm now reactivating a bit more, where we'll talk a lot more about this. So if you have any questions, feel free to join here or comment below in the YouTube comments. I'm happy to help you guys. And then if you guys are interested, also let me know in the comments if I should do like another one about the agent browser setup, maybe also my Docker setup, and how to also maybe use 1Password and the other things and set this up with Hermes. So thanks for staying so long. I hope you enjoyed this, and happy automation.